Welcome, weary traveler, to a journey unlike any other, a descent into the heart of Chinese mythology's underworld, Diyu. Tonight, we'll explore the 10 courts of hell and the bridge where footsteps leave no echo, a realm of judgment, punishment, and perhaps a strange kind of peace. Settle in. Let your mind drift and allow the ancient tales to carry you to the edge of slumber. Imagine, if you will, a world shrouded in perpetual twilight, where the air is thick with the scent of incense and the echoes of mournful cries. This is Diyu, the subterranean labyrinth that awaits all souls after their time on earth. Unlike the singular vision of hell in some cultures, Diyu is a complex bureaucracy, a series of courts each presided over by a judge who meticulously examines the deeds of the deceased. Think of it as a cosmic courtroom drama, where every action, every thought is weighed and measured. The journey begins with the soul's arrival at the first court, presided over by King Qinghua. Here, the newly departed are assessed, their identities verified, and their lives reviewed. This is no mere formality. It's the opening act of a profound reckoning. The good are separated from the wicked, and the path ahead begins to diverge. Those destined for heavenly realms or swift reincarnation are guided onward, while those burdened by misdeeds are sent deeper into the labyrinth. King Qinghua, with his stern gaze and unwavering justice, sets the tone for the trials to come. He is the gatekeeper, the first arbiter of fate, and his judgment is the foundation upon which all subsequent judgments are built. Imagine the weight of his responsibility, the countless souls that pass before him, each with their own story, their own regrets. Now picture the second court, ruled by King Chujian. Here, punishments begin to take shape, tailored to the specific transgressions committed in life. This is not a place of random cruelty, but of karmic retribution. Those who have caused harm to others, who have cheated or stolen, will face their own suffering, a mirror of the pain they inflicted. The punishments are imaginative and often symbolic, designed to teach a lesson and cleanse the soul. It is a harsh but necessary step on the path to eventual redemption. Consider the case of a merchant who consistently defrauded his customers. In King Chujiang's court, he might be forced to endlessly carry heavy burdens, each one representing the weight of his deceit. Or a gossip monger whose words spread discord and ruined reputations might find their tongue weighed down by heavy stones, silencing their harmful speech. The third court is governed by King Songdi, a realm of intense scrutiny and further refinement of judgment. Here, the focus shifts to the motivations behind actions. It's not enough to simply avoid outward wrongdoing. The heart itself must be pure. King Songdi delves into the deepest recesses of the soul, uncovering hidden desires and secret intentions. This is where true self-awareness begins to dawn. Imagine a seemingly charitable person whose acts of kindness were motivated by a desire for recognition or power. King Songdi would see through the facade, revealing the underlying ego that tainted their generosity. Or a person who outwardly obeyed the law but harbored resentment and bitterness in their heart. King Sondi would expose the corrosive effects of their inner turmoil. As we descend further, we reach the fourth court, presided over by King Wan. This is a place of profound reflection and the beginning of true transformation. Here, souls are given the opportunity to confront their past, to understand the consequences of their actions, and to begin the process of healing. King Guan is a compassionate judge, offering guidance and support to those who are genuinely remorseful. He understands that everyone makes mistakes and that redemption is always possible. Think of it as a cosmic therapy session where the soul is encouraged to delve into its deepest wounds and begin to find a path towards forgiveness. King Guan might show a soul visions of the pain they caused, allowing them to experience the suffering of others firsthand. Or he might offer them opportunities to make amends, even in the afterlife, by helping those who are still struggling on earth. Then there is the fifth court, ruled by King Yama, perhaps the most well-known of the judges. King Yama is the stern and imposing figure who oversees the entire underworld. He is the ultimate authority, the final arbiter of fate. His court is a place of intense pressure where souls face their ultimate reckoning. But even King Yama is not without compassion. He understands that justice must be tempered with mercy and that everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves. Imagine standing before King Yama, your entire life flashing before your eyes, every action, every thought laid bare. It would be a terrifying experience, but also an opportunity for profound self-discovery. King Yama might ask you to explain your choices, to justify your actions, to show that you have learned from your mistakes. The sixth court is governed by King Bianqing, a realm of intense physical and emotional trials. Here, souls are subjected to various tortures, each designed to purify them and prepare them for their next life. This is not a place of senseless cruelty, but of transformative suffering. The punishments are often symbolic, representing the challenges and hardships that souls must overcome in order to grow and evolve. Consider the case of a person who is addicted to pleasure and avoided all forms of discomfort. In King Bianqing's court, they might be forced to endure extreme temperatures, to feel the pain they had so carefully avoided in life. Or a person who is overly attached to material possessions might find themselves surrounded by riches that they can never possess, experiencing the emptiness of their desires. The seventh court is ruled by King Taishan, a place of profound reflection and spiritual insight. Here, souls are given the opportunity to connect with their higher selves, to understand their true purpose, and to prepare for their next incarnation. King Taishan is a wise and compassionate guide, helping souls to see beyond the illusions of the material world and to embrace their spiritual potential. Imagine sitting at the feet of King Taishan, listening to his words of wisdom, feeling the presence of the divine. It would be a deeply transformative experience, allowing you to glimpse the true nature of reality. King Taishan might show you visions of your past lives, helping you to understand the patterns and lessons that you are meant to learn. Or he might offer you guidance on how to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life in your next incarnation. The 8th court is governed by King Diyu, a realm of intense karmic cleansing. Here, souls are subjected to various trials and tribulations, each designed to resolve their outstanding karmic debts. This is not a place of punishment, but of purification. The experiences are often challenging, but they are ultimately necessary for souls to move forward on their spiritual journey. Think of it as a cosmic detox, where the soul is purged of all its negative energies and attachments. King Diyu might place you in situations that mirror your past mistakes, allowing you to experience the consequences of your actions from a different perspective. Or he might challenge you to overcome your fears and insecurities, helping you to break free from limiting patterns. The 9th court is ruled by King Pingdang, a place of profound judgment and final decisions. Here, the souls are reviewed one last time, and their destinies are determined. King Pingdang is a fair and impartial judge, ensuring that justice is served and that everyone receives what they deserve. But even King Pingdang is not without compassion. He understands that everyone is capable of change and that redemption is always possible. Imagine standing before King Pingdang, knowing that your entire future hangs in the balance. It would be a moment of intense self-reflection, forcing you to confront your deepest fears and hopes. King Pingdang might ask you to demonstrate your worthiness, to show that you have learned from your mistakes and that you are ready to move forward. Finally, we arrive at the 10th court, ruled by King Xuanluan. This is the realm of reincarnation, where souls are prepared for their next life. King Xuanluan oversees the process of rebirth, ensuring that each soul is placed in the appropriate circumstances to learn and grow. He is the ultimate architect of destiny, shaping the future of countless beings. Think of it as a cosmic birthing center, where souls are nurtured and prepared for their journey back into the world. King Xuanluan might show you visions of your future life, giving you a glimpse of the challenges and opportunities that await you. Or he might offer you guidance on how to make the most of your new incarnation, helping you to fulfill your potential and live a meaningful life. And now, let's turn our attention to the bridge where footsteps leave no echo, a haunting and evocative image that captures the essence of Diyu. This bridge, often depicted as long and narrow, spans the Wangchuan River, a river of sorrows that separates the living from the dead. It is a place of transition where souls must leave behind their earthly attachments and embrace their new reality. The bridge is guarded by Meng Pa, the Lady of Forgetfulness, who offers each soul a cup of her special tea. This tea erases all memories of their past life, allowing them to begin anew without the burden of regret or longing. Imagine walking across this bridge, the swirling waters of the Wangchuan River below, the echoes of your past fading with each step. It would be a bittersweet experience, a letting go of everything you once knew, a surrender to the unknown. Meng Po's tea, though seemingly cruel, is an act of kindness, freeing you from the pain of your past and allowing you to embrace the possibilities of your future. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo is a powerful metaphor for the journey of life and death, a reminder that everything is temporary and that change is the only constant. It is a place of reflection, of letting go, and of embracing the unknown. The concept of Diyu, with its 10 courts and its bridge of no echoes, offers a profound meditation on morality, justice, and the afterlife. It is a reminder that our actions have consequences and that we are ultimately responsible for our own destinies. But it is also a message of hope, a promise that even in the darkest of realms, redemption is always possible. So, as you drift off to sleep tonight, consider the lessons of Diyu. Reflect on your own actions, your own motivations, and your own potential for growth. Let the ancient tales guide you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. And remember, even in the face of death, there is always the possibility of rebirth, of renewal, of a new beginning. And as you prepare to surrender to the embrace of sleep, let us delve deeper into the rich tapestry of Chinese mythology, exploring the fascinating figures, philosophical underpinnings, and enduring cultural significance that make Diyu such a compelling subject. Consider, for instance, the intricate web of relationships between the various deities and spirits that inhabit the underworld. Each deity holds a specific role and responsibility, contributing to the overall balance and order of Diyu. King Yama, as the supreme ruler, presides over the entire realm, ensuring that justice is served and that souls are properly judged. The judges of the 10 courts, each with their own unique jurisdiction and methods of interrogation, meticulously examine the lives of the deceased, weighing their good deeds against their transgressions. Meng Pe, the Lady of Forgetfulness, plays a crucial role in the cycle of reincarnation, ensuring that souls are cleansed of their past memories before embarking on their new lives. And then there are the countless demons, guardians, and other supernatural beings that populate Diyu, each adding to the complexity and intrigue of this subterranean world. Understanding the roles and relationships of these various figures is essential for grasping the full significance of Diyu in Chinese mythology. It is not simply a place of punishment and suffering, but a complex and dynamic realm where justice, redemption, and transformation are all possible. The concept of Diyu is also deeply intertwined with the philosophical traditions of China, particularly Buddhism and Taoism. Buddhism, with its emphasis on karma, reincarnation, and the cycle of suffering, provide a framework for understanding the moral implications of Diyu. The idea that our actions have consequences, both in this life and in the afterlife, is a central tenet of Buddhist philosophy and is vividly illustrated in the tales of Diyu. Taoism, with its emphasis on harmony, balance, and the interconnectedness of all things, offers a complementary perspective. The concept of Diyu can be seen as a reflection of the natural order, a necessary component of the cosmic balance. Just as there is light and darkness, good and evil, life and death, so too is there a realm of punishment and suffering to counterbalance the realm of reward and happiness. The interplay between these two philosophical traditions has shaped the development of Chinese mythology and has contributed to the enduring appeal of Diyu. Furthermore, the cultural significance of Diyu extends far beyond the realm of religious belief and philosophical speculation. The tales of Diyu have been a source of inspiration for artists, writers, and filmmakers for centuries. From ancient temple murals to contemporary graphic novels, the images of Diyu have been used to explore themes of morality, justice, and the human condition. The 10 Courts of Hell, with their vivid depictions of torture and punishment, have served as cautionary tales, warning people to avoid evil and to strive for good. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, with its haunting imagery and its themes of loss and renewal, has inspired countless works of art and literature. The stories of Diyu have also played a significant role in shaping Chinese culture and society. They have been used to reinforce moral values, to promote social harmony, and to provide a framework for understanding the mysteries of life and death. The concept of Diyu is not simply a relic of the past, but a living tradition that continues to influence Chinese culture today. The enduring popularity of Diyu is a testament to the power of mythology to capture the human imagination and to provide meaning and purpose in a world that is often confusing and uncertain. And as we delve deeper into the labyrinthine depths of Diyu, we cannot help but be struck by the sheer creativity and imagination that went into its creation. The ancient Chinese mythmakers, drawing on a rich tapestry of religious beliefs, philosophical ideas, and cultural traditions, crafted a world that is both terrifying and fascinating, both grotesque and beautiful. The 10 Courts of Hell, with their bizarre tortures and their stern judges, are a testament to the human capacity for both cruelty and justice. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, with its ethereal beauty and its themes of loss and renewal, is a reminder of the transient nature of life and the enduring power of hope. The entire concept of Diyu is a testament to the human desire to understand the mysteries of the universe and to find meaning in the face of death. Now, let's consider the architectural landscape of Diyu, a realm as intricately designed as any earthly metropolis. Imagine vast, echoing halls carved from obsidian, lit by the flickering glow of ghostly lanterns. Picture rivers of molten lava snaking through desolate plains, punctuated by jagged peaks that pierce the sulphurous sky. The architecture of Diyu is not merely functional. It's symbolic, designed to instill fear and respect in the souls who traverse its treacherous paths. Each court boasts its own unique architectural style, reflecting the personality and jurisdiction of the presiding judge. Some courts might resemble imposing fortresses, their walls adorned with grotesque carvings of demons and tormented souls. Others might take the form of sprawling labyrinths, designed to confuse and disorient the unwary. Still others might be opulent palaces, their grandeur a stark contrast to the suffering that lies within. The very stones of Diyu seem to whisper tales of sorrow and regret, their surfaces etched with the memories of countless souls who have passed through their gates. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo is perhaps the most iconic architectural feature of Diyu, a narrow span that stretches across the Huangchuan River, a river of tears and sorrow. Its construction is said to be impossibly delicate, shimmering with an ethereal light that belies its strength. As souls cross the bridge, their footsteps leave no sound, their memories fading with each step. The architecture of Diyu is not simply a backdrop for the drama of the afterlife. It's an active participant, shaping the experiences of the souls who inhabit its realm. It's a testament to the power of imagination and the enduring human fascination with the mysteries of death and the afterlife. Think too about the sounds of Diyu. It is not a silent realm, but a cacophony of tormented cries, echoing whispers, and the chilling clang of infernal machinery. The air crackles with the sound of whips and chains, the groans of the damned reverberating through the desolate landscape. The judges of the 10 courts pronounce their verdicts in booming voices, their words carrying the weight of eternal judgment. The demons shriek and howl as they carry out their gruesome tasks, their laughter a chilling counterpoint to the suffering of the souls they torment. Even the Huangchuan River seems to moan and groan as it carries its burden of tears and sorrow. The sounds of Diyu are not merely unpleasant. They're designed to instill fear and despair, to remind souls of the consequences of their earthly actions. But amidst the cacophony of suffering, there are also moments of quiet reflection, of whispered prayers, and of the faint hope for redemption. The sounds of Diyu are a constant reminder of the duality of existence, of the eternal struggle between good and evil, between hope and despair. And as you listen to the sounds of Diyu in your imagination, allow them to serve as a reminder of the importance of living a virtuous life, of striving for good, and of embracing compassion. For even in the darkest of realms, there is always the possibility of hope, of redemption, and of a new beginning. Let's also explore the visual imagery associated with Diyu, a realm of stark contrasts and grotesque beauty. Imagine the vibrant colors of the demon's skin, their faces contorted into masks of fury and malice. Picture the grotesque tortures inflicted upon the damned, their bodies twisted and broken in unimaginable ways. See the ethereal glow of the ghostly lanterns, casting long, eerie shadows across the desolate landscape. The visual imagery of Diyu is not for the faint of heart. It's designed to shock and horrify, to instill a sense of fear and respect. But amidst the grotesque imagery, there are also moments of breathtaking beauty. The shimmering surface of the Huangchuan River, reflecting the pale light of the moon. The delicate architecture of the bridge, where footsteps leave no echo. Its ethereal form a symbol of hope and renewal. The serene faces of the bodhisattvas, offering comfort and guidance to the souls who are lost and afraid. The visual imagery of Diyu is a reminder that even in the darkest of realms, there is always beauty to be found, always hope to be embraced. And as you visualize the scenes of Diyu in your mind's eye, allow them to serve as a reminder of the importance of living a life filled with beauty, with compassion, and with hope. Now, let us consider the role of free will and determinism within the context of Diyu. To what extent are our destinies predetermined? And to what extent do we have the power to shape our own fates? The concept of karma suggests that our actions have consequences, both in this life and in the afterlife. This implies a degree of determinism, as our past actions inevitably influence our future experiences. However, the possibility of redemption within Diyu also suggests that we are not entirely bound by our past mistakes. We have the capacity to learn from our errors, to repent for our sins, and to strive for a better future. The judges of the 10 courts carefully consider the totality of our lives, weighing our good deeds against our transgressions. They take into account not only our actions, but also our intentions, our motivations, and our capacity for growth. This suggests that we are not judged solely on the basis of our past behavior, but also on our potential for future improvement. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo represents a moment of profound transition, a letting go of the past, and an embrace of the unknown. It is a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of death, we have the opportunity to begin anew. The concept of Diyu, therefore, presents a complex and nuanced view of free will and determinism. It acknowledges the influence of our past actions on our present circumstances, but also affirms our capacity for change, for growth, and for the ultimate realization of our potential. And as you reflect on the interplay of free will and determinism, consider how you can make the most of your own life, how you can learn from your mistakes, and how you can strive to create a better future for yourself and for those around you. Think also of the lessons that Diyu can teach us about the importance of compassion and empathy. By witnessing the suffering of others, we can develop a greater understanding of their pain and a deeper appreciation for the value of human life. The tales of Diyu serve as a powerful reminder that our actions have consequences, not only for ourselves, but also for those around us. By treating others with kindness, respect, and compassion, we can create a more harmonious and just world. The bodhisattvas who inhabit Diyu serve as role models for compassion, offering comfort and guidance to the souls who are lost and afraid. They remind us that even in the darkest of realms, there is always the possibility of hope and redemption. The concept of Diyu, therefore, is not simply a cautionary tale about the consequences of sin. It is also a call to action, urging us to cultivate compassion, to practice empathy, and to strive for a world where suffering is minimized and happiness is maximized. And as you reflect on the lessons of compassion and empathy, consider how you can incorporate these values into your own life, how you can reach out to those who are suffering, and how you can contribute to the creation of a more compassionate and just world. The Diyu mythology, in its essence, is a complex tapestry woven with threads of morality, justice, and the enduring human quest for meaning. It is a reflection of our deepest fears and our highest aspirations, a reminder of the consequences of our actions and the potential for redemption that lies within us all. As we journey through the labyrinthine depths of the Chinese underworld, we are confronted with the stark realities of human suffering and the unwavering pursuit of justice. The 10 courts of hell, each presided over by a formidable judge, serve as a microcosm of our own moral universe, where our deeds are meticulously weighed and our destinies are determined. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, a haunting symbol of transition and renewal, beckons us to let go of the past and embrace the possibilities of the future. And amidst the darkness and despair, we find glimmers of hope, reminders that even in the face of death, there's always the potential for rebirth, for transformation, and for the ultimate realization of our true selves. So, as you continue to drift towards slumber, let the echoes of Diyu resonate within your mind, guiding you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Reflect on the lessons of morality, justice, and compassion that are woven into the fabric of this ancient mythology. Consider the power of your own actions and the impact they have on the lives of others. Embrace the possibility of redemption and the promise of a new beginning. And remember that even in the darkest of nights, there is always a light that shines within us, guiding us towards the path of truth, goodness, and beauty. May your dreams be filled with peace, tranquility, and the wisdom of the ages. And may you awaken refreshed, renewed, and ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Let the stories of Diyu not be a source of fear, but a source of inspiration, a reminder that we all have the power to shape our own destinies and to create a better world for ourselves and for generations to come. The journey through Diyu is not merely a descent into the depths of hell. It is a journey into the depths of our own souls, a voyage of self-discovery, and a quest for ultimate meaning. And as you embark on this journey, may you find the strength, the courage, and the wisdom to navigate the complexities of life, to overcome your fears, and to realize your full potential. Let the tales of Diyu be a source of comfort and guidance, a reminder that you are not alone on this path, and that even in the face of adversity, there is always hope, always love, and always the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. As the veil of sleep descends, may you find solace in the embrace of ancient wisdom and the enduring power of mythological storytelling. And as you find yourself slipping further into the realm of dreams, consider the symbolism inherent in the name Diyu itself. The term, often translated as earth prison or hell, carries a weight of finality and confinement. Yet, even within this seemingly inescapable prison, there exists the possibility of transformation and eventual release. This duality is central to the understanding of Diyu. It is a place of punishment, but also a crucible for spiritual growth. The suffering endured within its courts is not merely punitive. It is intended to cleanse the soul, to strip away the layers of ego and attachment that bind us to the cycle of suffering. The judges of Diyu, while stern and unwavering in their commitment to justice, are not malevolent beings. They are impartial arbiters, seeking to guide souls towards self-awareness and ultimately towards liberation. The torments inflicted upon the damned are not arbitrary acts of cruelty, but rather tailored consequences designed to address specific transgressions. Each punishment serves as a harsh lesson, intended to instill a deeper understanding of the karmic repercussions of one's actions. Even the bridge where footsteps leave no echo, a seemingly desolate symbol of loss and forgetting, offers a glimmer of hope. While it represents the severing of ties to the past, it also signifies the opportunity to begin anew, unburdened by the weight of regret and attachment. The tea of Ming Pa, the Lady of Forgetfulness, may erase memories, but it also frees the soul from the pain of past lives, allowing it to approach reincarnation with a fresh perspective. Therefore, Diyu is not simply a place of eternal damnation, but a temporary state of purgation, a necessary step on the path towards enlightenment. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of circumstances, there is always the potential for growth, for transformation, and for ultimate redemption. And now, as your thoughts begin to drift and your senses soften, let us contemplate the enduring relevance of Diyu in the modern world. In an age of scientific advancement and secular skepticism, it may seem that ancient myths have little to offer. Yet, the enduring appeal of Diyu suggests that its themes of morality, justice, and the afterlife continue to resonate with contemporary audiences. The concept of karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, remains a powerful ethical framework for navigating the complexities of modern life. In a world often driven by self-interest and short-term gains, the notion that our deeds will ultimately return to us can serve as a potent deterrent against unethical behavior. The exploration of moral dilemmas within the courts of Diyu provides a valuable opportunity for self-reflection and ethical reasoning. By considering the consequences of various actions, we can develop a more nuanced understanding of right and wrong and cultivate a stronger moral compass. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, with its themes of loss and renewal, offers a comforting perspective on the inevitable challenges of life. It reminds us that change is constant, that attachments are fleeting, and that even in the face of loss, there is always the possibility of a new beginning. The stories of Diyu can also serve as a powerful tool for promoting empathy and compassion. By witnessing the suffering of others, even in a fictional context, we can develop a greater understanding of their pain and a deeper appreciation for the value of human life. Therefore, Diyu is not simply a relic of the past, but a living tradition that continues to offer valuable insights into the human condition. Its themes of morality, justice, and the afterlife remain relevant and compelling, providing a framework for ethical decision-making, personal growth, and a deeper understanding of the world around us. And as sleep gently claims your consciousness, let us consider the artistic representations of Diyu throughout history. From ancient murals adorning temple walls to contemporary graphic novels, the imagery of the Chinese underworld has captivated artists and audiences alike. The 10 Courts of Hell, with their vivid depictions of torture and punishment, have served as a source of both fascination and horror. These images often feature grotesque demons inflicting gruesome torment upon the damned, their bodies twisted and broken in unimaginable ways. Yet, amidst the horror, there are also moments of profound beauty. The serene faces of the bodhisattvas, offering comfort and guidance to the suffering souls. The ethereal glow of the ghostly lanterns, casting long, eerie shadows across the desolate landscape. The delicate architecture of the bridge, where footsteps leave no echo, its shimmering form a symbol of hope and renewal. These artistic representations of Diyu are not merely illustrations of religious beliefs. They are powerful expressions of the human imagination, reflecting our deepest fears and our highest aspirations. They serve as a reminder of the consequences of our actions, the importance of morality, and the enduring power of hope. The artistic interpretations of Diyu have evolved over time, reflecting changing cultural values and artistic styles. Early depictions often emphasized the literal torments of hell, serving as cautionary tales against sin. Later interpretations have focused more on the psychological and emotional aspects of the afterlife, exploring themes of guilt, regret, and the search for redemption. Contemporary artists have even reimagined Diyu in a more abstract and symbolic manner, using its imagery to explore contemporary social and political issues. The enduring artistic fascination with Diyu is a testament to its power as a cultural symbol. Its images continue to challenge, inspire, and provoke, reminding us of the enduring mysteries of life and death. And now, as your mind begins to wander and your body relaxes, let us delve into the linguistic nuances of the term Diyu. While often translated simply as hell, a more accurate understanding of the term requires a deeper exploration of its etymological roots. The Chinese characters that comprise Du literally translate to earth prison or earth jail. This suggests that Diyu is not necessarily an eternal realm of damnation, but rather a temporary state of confinement, a place where souls are held accountable for their earthly actions. The use of the term earth, Di, also implies a connection to the physical world, suggesting that Diyu is not entirely separate from our own reality. It is a reflection of our own moral universe, a manifestation of the karmic consequences of our actions. The term prison, Yur, further emphasizes the idea of confinement and punishment. However, it also suggests the possibility of eventual release. Just as earthly prisons are intended to rehabilitate criminals and prepare them for re-entry into society, Diyu is intended to cleanse souls and prepare them for reincarnation. Therefore, the linguistic nuances of Diyu reveal a more complex and nuanced understanding of the Chinese underworld. It is not simply a place of eternal torment, but a temporary state of purgation, a necessary step on the path towards spiritual growth and ultimate liberation. And as you surrender to the embrace of sleep, let us consider the parallels between Diyu and other underworld mythologies from around the world. From the Greek Hades to the Egyptian Dut, nearly every culture has its own version of the afterlife. a realm where souls journey after death to face judgment and ultimately to find their final resting place. While the specific details of these underworlds may vary, they often share common themes and motifs. The concept of judgment is a central element in many underworld mythologies. Souls are typically judged by a divine figure or council who weighs their good deeds against their transgressions to determine their fate. The idea of punishment is also a recurring theme, with underworlds often featuring various forms of torment and suffering designed to atone for earthly sins. The possibility of reward is also present in some underworld mythologies, with virtuous souls granted access to paradisiacal realms of eternal bliss. The journey through the underworld is often depicted as a perilous and challenging one, fraught with obstacles and dangers. Souls must navigate treacherous landscapes, confront terrifying monsters, and overcome various trials in order to reach their final destination. The concept of reincarnation is also present in some underworld mythologies, with souls eventually returning to the world of the living in a new form. These parallels between Diyu and other underworld mythologies suggest that the human fascination with the afterlife is a universal phenomenon. The desire to understand what happens after death, to grapple with the mysteries of morality and justice, and to find meaning in the face of mortality is a fundamental aspect of the human condition. By exploring these different underworld mythologies, we can gain a deeper understanding of our own beliefs and values, and a greater appreciation for the diversity of human cultures. And as your breathing deepens and your eyelids grow heavy, let us consider the psychological impact of the Diyu mythology. The graphic depictions of torture and punishment within the 10 courts of hell can evoke feelings of fear, anxiety, and even revulsion. However, the stories of Diyu can also serve as a powerful tool for self-reflection and personal growth. By confronting our own mortality and contemplating the consequences of our actions, we can gain a greater appreciation for the value of life and a stronger commitment to ethical behavior. The concept of karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, can motivate us to make more responsible choices and to strive for a more virtuous life. The possibility of redemption within Diyu can offer hope and comfort to those who have made mistakes in the past. It reminds us that we are not defined by our past actions, that we have the capacity to learn from our errors, and that we can always strive to become better versions of ourselves. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo can symbolize the importance of letting go of the past and embracing the future. It reminds us that change is constant, that attachments are fleeting, and that even in the face of loss, there is always the possibility of a new beginning. Therefore, the Diyu mythology, while often unsettling, can also be a source of inspiration, guidance, and personal transformation. By engaging with its themes of morality, justice, and the afterlife, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, and cultivate a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And now, as you drift off to sleep, may the tales of Diyu serve as a reminder to live each day to the fullest, to treat others with kindness and compassion, and a strive for a world where justice and peace prevail. And finally, as you succumb to the gentle embrace of slumber, let us consider the enduring legacy of Diyu in contemporary popular culture. From movies and television shows to video games and comic books, the imagery and themes of the Chinese underworld have found their way into a wide range of media. The 10 Courts of Hell, with their grotesque demons and their elaborate tortures, have provided a rich source of inspiration for horror and fantasy creators. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, with its haunting beauty and its themes of loss and renewal, has been featured in countless stories and poems. The concept of karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, has become a popular trope in many genres, from science fiction to romance. The enduring popularity of Diyu in contemporary popular culture is a testament to its power as a cultural symbol. Its themes of morality, justice, and the afterlife continue to resonate with audiences around the world, providing a framework for exploring complex ethical dilemmas and grappling with the mysteries of existence. The representation of Diyu in popular culture often reflects contemporary social and political concerns. For example, some creators have used the imagery of the Chinese underworld to critique social injustice, political corruption, and environmental degradation. Others have used it to explore themes of identity, alienation, and the search for meaning in a postmodern world. The Diyu mythology, therefore, continues to evolve and adapt, reflecting the changing values and concerns of contemporary society. It remains a powerful and relevant source of inspiration, challenging us to confront our own mortality, to examine our moral compass, and to strive for a better world. And now, as you drift off to sleep, may the tales of Diyu linger in your dreams, inspiring you to live a life filled with purpose, compassion, and unwavering commitment to justice. And now, as we prepare to finally surrender to the embrace of sleep, let us delve a little deeper into the philosophical underpinnings that lend such enduring power to the mythology of Diyu. Beyond the captivating imagery of demons, tortures, and the spectral bridge where footsteps leave no echo, lies a profound exploration of morality, justice, and the very nature of human existence. The 10 Courts of Hell, in their meticulous assessment of each soul's deeds, offer a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions. It is a system that underscores the interconnectedness of cause and effect, suggesting that every choice we make, no matter how small, ripples outwards, shaping not only our own destiny, but also the world around us. This concept resonates deeply with the principles of karma, a central tenet of both Buddhism and Hinduism, which posits that our actions, both physical and mental, accumulate over time, influencing our future experiences. Karma, in essence, is a universal law of moral causation, a cosmic feedback mechanism that ensures that good deeds ultimately lead to positive outcomes, while negative actions inevitably result in suffering. The Diyu mythology provides a vivid and visceral illustration of this principle, demonstrating the tangible and often terrifying consequences of moral transgression. It serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to cultivate virtue, compassion, and a deep sense of responsibility for our actions. Moreover, the Diyu mythology invites us to contemplate the nature of justice. In a world often characterized by inequality, corruption, and the apparent triumph of evil, the concept of divine justice offers a glimmer of hope. The 10 courts of hell, with their impartial judges and their elaborate system of punishments, represent an ideal of fairness and accountability. It suggests that even if evildoers escape earthly justice, they will ultimately be held accountable for their actions in the afterlife. This belief can provide solace to those who have suffered injustice, offering them the assurance that their suffering will not be in vain and that their tormentors will eventually face retribution. The concept of divine justice, however, is not without its complexities. Some critics argue that it can lead to a passive acceptance of injustice in the present, as individuals may rely on the promise of future retribution rather than actively fighting for change in the here and now. Others question the morality of eternal punishment, arguing that it is disproportionate to any earthly crime and that it undermines the principles of forgiveness and redemption. Nevertheless, the Diyu mythology, with its emphasis on justice and accountability, remains a powerful and enduring cultural force, shaping our understanding of right and wrong and inspiring us to strive for a more just and equitable world. The meticulous record-keeping by the Oxhead and Horseface, the guardians of Diyu, echoes the modern-day debates about data privacy and the ethics of surveillance. Are our actions constantly being recorded and judged, whether by earthly authorities or by cosmic forces? The Diyu mythology invites us to consider the implications of such constant monitoring and to reflect on the importance of personal responsibility in a world where our every move may be scrutinized. Furthermore, the bridge where footsteps leave no echo offers a profound meditation on the nature of impermanence and the inevitability of change. In a world where everything is constantly in flux, where relationships come and go, where fortunes rise and fall, the bridge serves as a reminder that nothing lasts forever. It symbolizes the transient nature of human existence, the fleeting beauty of youth, and the ultimate inevitability of death. The absence of echoes on the bridge can be interpreted as a metaphor for the impermanence of memory, the fading of experiences over time, and the gradual erosion of our identities. It suggests that even the most significant events in our lives will eventually fade into the mists of the past, leaving no trace behind. This realization can be both unsettling and liberating. On the one hand, it can lead to a sense of despair as we contemplate the futility of our efforts and the ultimate meaninglessness of existence. On the other hand, it can free us from the burden of attachment, allowing us to embrace the present moment and to appreciate the beauty and fragility of life. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, therefore, is not merely a symbol of loss and regret, but also a symbol of hope and renewal. It reminds us that even in the face of death, there is always the possibility of a new beginning, a chance to start anew and to create a better future. The concept of impermanence, so central to the Diyu mythology, is also a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy. The Buddha taught that all things are subject to change, that nothing is permanent, and that attachment to impermanent things is the root of suffering. By understanding and accepting the impermanent nature of reality, we can liberate ourselves from suffering and find lasting peace and happiness. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a powerful allegory for the Buddhist path to enlightenment, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Let us now consider the cultural context in which the Diyu mythology arose. Rooted in the ancient traditions of Chinese folk religion, Taoism, and Buddhism, Diyu represents a synthesis of diverse beliefs and practices. The concept of an afterlife, with its rewards and punishments, can be traced back to the earliest Chinese dynasties. However, it was during the Han Dynasty, 206 BC, 220 CE, that the idea of a structured underworld, with its various levels and its elaborate system of judgment, began to take shape. The influence of Buddhism, which arrived in China from India during the 1st century CE, further enriched and elaborated the Diyu mythology. Buddhist concepts such as karma, reincarnation, and the bodhisattva ideal were integrated into the existing framework, creating a complex and multifaceted vision of the afterlife. Taoism, with its emphasis on harmony, balance, and the interconnectedness of all things, also played a significant role in shaping the Diyu mythology. Taoist beliefs about the natural world, the flow of energy, and the importance of living in accordance with the Tao were incorporated into the Diyu landscape, creating a world that was both terrifying and strangely beautiful. The Diyu mythology, therefore, is not a static or monolithic entity, but rather a dynamic and evolving tradition that has been shaped by centuries of cultural exchange and religious syncretism. It reflects the complex and multifaceted nature of Chinese culture itself, blending elements of folklore, philosophy, and religious belief into a rich and compelling narrative. The evolution of Diyu can be compared to the development of other underworld mythologies around the world, such as the Greek Hades or the Christian Hell. Each of these traditions reflects the unique cultural and historical context in which it arose, while also addressing universal human concerns about death, justice, and the meaning of life. By studying these different underworld mythologies, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human condition and the diverse ways in which cultures have grappled with the mysteries of existence. Now, as sleep begins to gently pull you under, let us explore the psychological impact of the Diyu mythology. While the imagery of demons, torture, and eternal damnation can be unsettling, even disturbing, the Diyu mythology can also serve a valuable psychological function. By confronting us with our fears about death, punishment, and the unknown, it can help us to process these anxieties and to develop a more mature and balanced perspective on life. The Diyu mythology can also serve as a powerful tool for moral development. By presenting us with vivid examples of the consequences of our actions, it can motivate us to cultivate virtue, compassion, and a deep sense of responsibility for our actions. The 10 courts of hell, with their meticulous assessment of each soul's deeds, offer a clear and unambiguous moral compass, guiding us towards a life of integrity and purpose. Moreover, the Diyu mythology can provide a sense of meaning and purpose in a world that often feels chaotic and meaningless. By suggesting that our actions have consequences, that we're not simply adrift in a sea of randomness, it can give us a sense of agency and control over our own lives. The Diyu mythology reminds us that we are not merely passive observers, but active participants in the unfolding drama of existence. Our choices matter, our actions have an impact, and we have the power to shape our own destiny. This realization can be empowering, inspiring us to live each day to the fullest and to make a positive contribution to the world around us. The psychological impact of the Diyu mythology is similar to the effects of other forms of art and storytelling. By engaging with narratives that explore complex themes and emotions, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a form of therapeutic storytelling, helping us to process our anxieties, to develop our moral compass, and to find meaning and purpose in our lives. And as your thoughts begin to soften, let us consider the enduring ethical relevance of Diyu. The core message of Diyu, at its heart, champions the importance of living a virtuous life. The emphasis on karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, serves as a potent reminder that our choices matter. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every effort to alleviate suffering creates positive ripples in the universe. Conversely, acts of cruelty, greed, and violence contribute to a cycle of negativity that ultimately harms both ourselves and others. The Diyu mythology, therefore, urges us to cultivate empathy, to consider the impact of our actions on those around us, and to strive to create a world where justice and compassion prevail. The concept of moral accountability, so central to the Diyu mythology, is particularly relevant in today's world. In an age of social media, where our actions are constantly being scrutinized and judged, it is more important than ever to be mindful of the impact of our words and deeds. The Diyu mythology reminds us that we are all interconnected, that our actions have consequences, and that we have a responsibility to act ethically and responsibly. Furthermore, the Diyu mythology invites us to reflect on the nature of forgiveness and redemption. While the 10 courts of hell may seem harsh and unforgiving, the Diyu mythology also offers the possibility of rebirth and renewal. Souls who have atoned for their sins can be reincarnated into a better life, while those who have committed particularly heinous crimes may face a longer period of suffering. However, even in the depths of Diyu, there is always the possibility of redemption. The Diyu mythology reminds us that no one is beyond hope, that even the most hardened criminals can change their ways and find forgiveness. This message is particularly important in a world that often seems to be obsessed with punishment and retribution. The Diyu mythology reminds us that true justice must be tempered with mercy, that forgiveness is essential for healing and reconciliation, and that everyone deserves a second chance. The ethical lessons of Diyu resonate with the teachings of many other religious and philosophical traditions. The Golden Rule, which appears in various forms in Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Hinduism, emphasizes the importance of treating others as we would like to be treated. The concept of universal compassion, which is central to Buddhism, encourages us to cultivate empathy and to alleviate the suffering of all beings. The Diyu mythology, therefore, is not merely a collection of fantastical stories, but a profound ethical framework that can guide us towards a more just, compassionate, and fulfilling life. And now, as sleep begins to claim you, let's explore the influence of Diyu on artistic expression. The rich imagery of Diyu, the grotesque demons, the elaborate tortures, the spectral landscapes, has provided a fertile ground for artistic inspiration for centuries. From ancient murals and sculptures to contemporary paintings, films, and video games, the Diyu mythology has been depicted in countless forms. Artists have used the Diyu imagery to explore a wide range of themes, including morality, justice, death, and the human condition. Some artists have focused on the terrifying aspects of Diyu, depicting the horrors of hell in graphic detail. These works often serve as cautionary tales, warning viewers of the consequences of sin and encouraging them to live virtuous lives. Other artists have focused on the more symbolic aspects of Diyu, using the imagery of the underworld to explore deeper philosophical and psychological themes. These works may depict the journey of the soul through Diyu as a metaphor for the challenges and transformations of life. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo, for example, has been interpreted as a symbol of the passage of time, the impermanence of memory, and the inevitability of death. Still, other artists have used the Diyu mythology as a vehicle for social and political commentary. These works may depict the injustices of the earthly world being mirrored in the underworld, highlighting the corruption, inequality, and oppression that exist in society. The artistic representations of Diyu often reflect the cultural and historical context in which they are created. For example, depictions of Diyu in ancient China may reflect the social hierarchies and political structures of the time. Contemporary depictions of Diyu may reflect modern concerns about environmental degradation, social injustice, and the threat of nuclear war. The influence of Diyu on artistic expression is not limited to visual arts. The Diyu mythology has also inspired countless works of literature, music, and theater. Stories about the 10 courts of hell have been retold and adapted in numerous forms, from traditional folk tales to contemporary novels and films. Composers have used the imagery of Diyu to create haunting and evocative musical scores. Playwrights have staged dramatic performances that explore the themes of morality, justice, and redemption. The artistic legacy of Diyu is a testament to the enduring power of mythology to inspire creativity and to illuminate the human condition. And finally, as slumber gently descends, let us consider the scientific perspective on some of the concepts presented in the Diyu mythology. While Diyu is fundamentally a mythological construct, Some of its themes and ideas resonate with modern scientific understanding. For example, the concept of karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, can be seen as an analogy for the laws of cause and effect that govern the physical universe. Every action, whether it is a physical force or a human decision, creates a reaction. These reactions can be immediate and obvious, or they can be delayed and subtle. However, the principle remains the same. Our actions have consequences. The scientific understanding of karma also extends to the field of ecology. Every organism in an ecosystem is interconnected, and the actions of one organism can have a ripple effect throughout the entire system. For example, deforestation can lead to soil erosion, loss of biodiversity, and changes in climate patterns. Similarly, pollution can contaminate water sources, harm wildlife, and threaten human health. The concept of impermanence, which is symbolized by the bridge where footsteps leave no echo, is also consistent with scientific understanding. The laws of thermodynamics dictate that everything in the universe is subject to entropy, a gradual decline into disorder. Stars are born, they burn brightly for billions of years, and then they eventually die. Mountains are formed by tectonic forces, but they are slowly eroded by wind and water. Even the fundamental particles of matter are not eternal, but are constantly changing and interacting with each other. The scientific understanding of impermanence also extends to the field of biology. Living organisms are constantly changing and adapting to their environment. Cells are born, they perform their functions, and then they eventually die. Organisms grow, they reproduce, and then they eventually decompose. The concept of consciousness, which is central to the Diyu mythology, is also a subject of ongoing scientific investigation. Scientists are working to understand the neural correlates of consciousness, the brain processes that give rise to subjective experience. They are also exploring the possibility of artificial consciousness, creating machines that can think, feel, and be aware of themselves. While science may not be able to prove or disprove the existence of Diyu, it can offer valuable insights into the themes and ideas that are explored in the Diyu mythology. By examining these themes through a scientific lens, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And as you now finally drift off into a peaceful slumber, remember that even in the realm of myth and legend, there are valuable lessons to be learned and profound truths to be discovered. Sweet dreams. And as you continue to descend into the depths of restful sleep, let us ponder upon the concept of justice as presented in the Diyu mythology and how it compares to modern legal systems. In Diyu, the 10 courts of hell meticulously judge each soul based on their earthly deeds, ensuring that every action, good or bad, receives its due recompense. This system, though fantastical in its execution, reflects a fundamental human desire for fairness and accountability. It suggests that even if evildoers escape earthly justice, they will ultimately be held responsible for their actions in the afterlife. Modern legal systems, while striving for impartiality, are often subject to human error, bias, and corruption. The Diyu mythology, in its idealization of divine justice, serves as a reminder of the importance of striving for fairness and equity in our legal institutions. It highlights the need for transparency, accountability, and the protection of the rights of all individuals, regardless of their social status or background. The concept of punishment in Diyu also raises important ethical questions. The tortures inflicted upon the souls in hell are often gruesome and prolonged, raising concerns about the morality of inflicting such suffering, even on those who have committed heinous crimes. Modern legal systems, while still employing punitive measures, generally seek to balance punishment with rehabilitation. The goal is not simply to inflict pain, but also to provide offenders with the opportunity to reform and reintegrate into society. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the dangers of excessive punishment and the importance of striving for restorative justice. Furthermore, the Diyu mythology emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility. Each soul is judged based on their own actions, not on the actions of their ancestors or their community. This emphasis on individual accountability is a cornerstone of modern legal systems. Individuals are held responsible for their own choices and actions, and they are subject to the consequences of those choices. The Diyu mythology, therefore, reinforces the importance of personal responsibility and the need to make ethical choices in our daily lives. The comparison between Diyu's justice system and modern legal frameworks reveals the enduring human quest for fairness and order. While Diyu offers a fantastical, divinely ordained system, it underscores the same values that underpin our earthly laws: accountability, responsibility, and the pursuit of justice. By reflecting on these parallels, we can better understand the ethical foundations of our own legal systems and the ongoing effort to create a more just and equitable world. And as you finally surrender to the gentle embrace of slumber, may your dreams be filled with the pursuit of justice and the hope for a better tomorrow. As you peacefully transition to sleep, let's turn our attention to the role of fear in the Diyu mythology. Fear, in this context, is not merely a tool for frightening listeners, but a mechanism for moral guidance. The vividly depicted tortures and punishments within Diyu are designed to deter individuals from engaging in unethical behavior in their earthly lives. The fear of facing such consequences in the afterlife serves as a powerful incentive to live virtuously, to adhere to societal norms, and to avoid actions that could harm others. This concept aligns with psychological theories about the role of fear in shaping behavior. Fear can be a powerful motivator, prompting individuals to avoid situations or actions that they perceive as dangerous or harmful. In the context of Diyu, the fear of punishment serves as a deterrent, encouraging individuals to choose ethical behavior over selfish or harmful actions. However, the use of fear as a motivator is not without its drawbacks. Excessive fear can lead to anxiety, stress, and even paralysis. It can also create a climate of distrust and suspicion, undermining social cohesion. The Diyu mythology, therefore, must be interpreted with caution. While the fear of punishment can be a useful tool for moral guidance, it should not be the sole basis for ethical behavior. A more balanced approach involves cultivating empathy, compassion, and a genuine desire to do good, rather than simply avoiding punishment. Moreover, the Diyu mythology can be seen as a reflection of societal anxieties and fears. The specific tortures and punishments depicted in Diyu often reflect the crimes and transgressions that are most feared and condemned by society. For example, the punishment for stealing might involve being forced to swallow hot coins, while the punishment for adultery might involve being tied to a burning pillar. These punishments serve as a symbolic expression of societal disapproval, reinforcing the norms and values that are considered essential for social order. The role of fear in the Diyu mythology highlights the complex relationship between morality, psychology, and culture. Fear can be a powerful motivator, but it must be used judiciously. A more balanced approach to moral development involves cultivating empathy, compassion, and a genuine desire to do good, while also acknowledging the importance of societal norms and values. And as you continue your descent into peaceful sleep, let the tales of Diyu serve as a reminder to cultivate virtue and compassion, not out of fear of punishment, but out of a genuine desire to create a better world. As you continue to drift towards a serene slumber, let us examine how the Diyu mythology reflects the societal values and beliefs of ancient China. Diyu, as a mirror to earthly life, presents a structured hierarchy, mirroring the imperial system and familial structures that define Chinese society. The 10 courts of hell, each presided over by a judge, reflect the bureaucratic organization of the imperial government. The meticulous record-keeping, the detailed investigations, and the impartial judgments all echo the values of order, efficiency, and fairness that were idealized in the imperial administration. Furthermore, the Diyu mythology reinforces the importance of filial piety, a cornerstone of Confucianism. The souls of those who have neglected their filial duties, who have disrespected their parents or ancestors, are subjected to particularly harsh punishments in Diyu. This reflects the deep reverence for family and ancestry that characterize Chinese society. The Diyu mythology also reflects the importance of social harmony and collective well-being. Those who have disrupted social order, who have engaged in acts of violence or theft, are severely punished in Diyu. This reinforces the value of cooperation, respect for authority, and the maintenance of social stability. Moreover, the Diyu mythology reflects the Chinese belief in the interconnectedness of all things. The concept of karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, underscores the importance of considering the impact of our actions on others and on the environment. This reflects the Chinese emphasis on harmony between humans and nature, and the importance of living in accordance with the Tao, the natural order of the universe. The Diyu mythology also reveals the anxieties and fears of ancient Chinese society. The specific tortures and punishments depicted in Diyu often reflect the crimes and transgressions that were most feared and condemned by society. This provides valuable insights into the social and cultural concerns of the time. The Diyu mythology, therefore, is not merely a collection of fantastical stories, but a rich tapestry of societal values, beliefs, and anxieties. By examining the Diyu mythology, we can gain a deeper understanding of the cultural and historical context of ancient China. And as you finally succumb to the soothing embrace of sleep, may your dreams be filled with insights into the rich and complex tapestry of human culture and belief. As you gently transition into the realm of dreams, let us consider the Diyu mythology as a form of psychological projection. Psychological projection is a defense mechanism where individuals attribute their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, or motives to another person or group. In the context of Diyu, the gruesome tortures and punishments inflicted upon the souls in hell can be seen as a projection of the darker aspects of human nature. The demons and torturers of Diyu represent the repressed anger, aggression, and cruelty that exist within all of us. By projecting these negative emotions onto the figures of Diyu, we can confront them in a safe and symbolic way without having to acknowledge them directly within ourselves. The Diyu mythology can also be seen as a projection of societal anxieties and fears. The specific crimes and transgressions that are punished in Diyu often reflect the social and cultural concerns of the time. By projecting these anxieties onto the figures of Diyu, we can explore and process them in a collective and symbolic way. Furthermore, the Diyu mythology can be seen as a projection of our hopes and desires for justice and fairness. The 10 courts of hell, with their meticulous investigations and impartial judgments, represent an ideal of justice that is often lacking in the earthly world. By projecting our hopes for justice onto the figures of Diyu, we can maintain a sense of hope and optimism, even in the face of injustice and oppression. The concept of karma, the idea that our actions have consequences, can also be seen as a form of psychological projection. By believing that our actions will be rewarded or punished in the afterlife, we can motivate ourselves to act ethically and responsibly in the present. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a complex and multifaceted psychological projection, reflecting our darker impulses, our societal anxieties, and our hopes for justice and redemption. By understanding the psychological dimensions of the Diyu mythology, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the human condition. And as you peacefully drift off to sleep, may your dreams be filled with insights into the complex and mysterious workings of the human psyche. With sleep's gentle tendrils now embracing your consciousness, let us delve into the enduring legacy of Diyu in modern art and literature. The imagery and themes of the Chinese underworld continue to inspire artists and writers across the globe, transcending cultural boundaries and resonating with universal human concerns. In contemporary art, the influence of Diyu can be seen in various forms, from paintings and sculptures to installations and performance art. Artists often draw upon the grotesque imagery of the demons and tortures of Diyu to explore themes of violence, oppression, and the darker aspects of human nature. Other artists focus on the symbolic aspects of Diyu, using the imagery of the underworld to represent the psychological and spiritual struggles of individuals and societies. In literature, the Diyu mythology has been adapted and reinterpreted in countless novels, short stories, and poems. Some writers use the Diyu mythology as a framework for exploring ethical dilemmas, examining the consequences of our actions and the nature of justice. Others use the Diyu mythology as a metaphor for the challenges and transformations of life, depicting the journey through the underworld as a symbolic representation of personal growth and spiritual awakening. The influence of Diyu can also be seen in contemporary film and television. The imagery of the Chinese underworld has been incorporated into various horror films, fantasy films, and animated series. These adaptations often draw upon the visual spectacle of Diyu, creating elaborate sets and costumes that bring the demons and tortures of the underworld to life. The Diyu mythology has also influenced the development of video games. Many video games feature levels that are inspired by the Chinese underworld, incorporating the imagery of the 10 courts of hell and the bridge where footsteps leave no echo. These video games often allow players to explore the Diyu landscape and to interact with the demons and souls that inhabit it. The enduring legacy of Diyu in modern art and literature is a testament to the power of mythology to inspire creativity and to illuminate the human condition. The imagery and themes of the Chinese underworld continue to resonate with artists and writers across the globe, providing a rich source of inspiration for exploring the complexities of life, death, and the human spirit. And as you finally surrender to the peaceful embrace of sleep, may your dreams be filled with the vibrant and imaginative creations that have been inspired by the enduring legacy of Diyu. And as your mind begins to unwind and prepare for a night of restful slumber, consider the psychological impact of confronting mortality through the lens of Diyu. The Diyu mythology, with its vivid depictions of death, judgment, and the afterlife, offers a unique opportunity to confront our own mortality and to contemplate the meaning of life. For many people, the thought of death is a source of anxiety and fear. The Diyu mythology, by presenting us with a structured and detailed vision of the afterlife, can help to alleviate some of this anxiety. By imagining what might happen after we die, we can gain a sense of control over our fears and uncertainties. The Diyu mythology can also prompt us to reflect on the choices we make in our lives. The 10 courts of hell, with their meticulous assessment of each soul's deeds, remind us that our actions have consequences and that we will ultimately be held accountable for our choices. This can motivate us to live more ethically and responsibly, to treat others with kindness and compassion, and to strive to make a positive contribution to the world. Furthermore, the Diyu mythology can help us to appreciate the preciousness of life. By contemplating the inevitability of death, we can learn to value the time we have and to make the most of every moment. The Diyu mythology reminds us that life is a gift and that we should not take it for granted. The psychological impact of confronting mortality through the lens of Diyu is similar to the effects of other forms of death meditation and contemplation. By consciously reflecting on our own mortality, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the meaning of life. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a form of psychological preparation for death, helping us to face our fears and anxieties and to live more fully in the present moment. And as you drift off to sleep, may your dreams be filled with a sense of peace, acceptance, and appreciation for the gift of life. As you gently float on the cusp of sleep, let's explore the philosophical implications of the bridge where footsteps leave no echo. This spectral bridge, a central image in the Diyu mythology, represents the ephemeral nature of existence and the impermanence of all things. The absence of echoes on the bridge symbolizes the fleeting nature of memory, the fading of experiences over time, and the ultimate disappearance of our individual identities. This concept aligns with the philosophical teachings of Buddhism, which emphasizes the impermanence of all phenomena. According to Buddhist philosophy, everything in the universe is constantly changing and evolving. Nothing remains the same from one moment to the next. This impermanence is a fundamental characteristic of reality, and it is the source of much of our suffering. By clinging to things that are impermanent, we create attachments that inevitably lead to disappointment and pain. The bridge where footsteps leave no echo can be seen as a metaphor for the Buddhist concept of emptiness. Emptiness does not mean that things do not exist, but rather that they do not have any inherent or independent existence. Everything is interconnected and interdependent, and nothing exists in isolation. The absence of echoes on the bridge symbolizes the emptiness of our individual identities. We are not separate and independent beings, but rather interconnected parts of a larger whole. The philosophical implications of the bridge, where footsteps leave no echo, are profound. It challenges our assumptions about the nature of reality and our place in the universe. It reminds us that everything is impermanent, that attachment leads to suffering, and that true liberation comes from recognizing the emptiness of all phenomena. By contemplating the meaning of the bridge, where footsteps leave no echo, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And as you finally surrender to the peaceful embrace of sleep, may your dreams be filled with a sense of acceptance, detachment, and the wisdom of impermanence. And as you finally surrender to the peaceful embrace of sleep, may your dreams be filled with a sense of acceptance, detachment, and the wisdom of impermanence. Now, let your mind drift further into the ethereal landscapes of Diyu, and let's consider the karmic implications of the 10 courts of hell. These courts, each presided over by a different judge, represent a complex system of moral accounting, where every action, thought, and intention is meticulously weighed and measured. The concept of karma, central to both Buddhism and Hinduism, posits that our actions have consequences both in this life and in future lives. The 10 courts of hell offer a vivid illustration of this principle, showing how our deeds, whether good or bad, ultimately shape our destiny. This idea of karmic retribution can be understood as a form of cosmic justice, where the universe itself acts as a moral arbiter, ensuring that balance is maintained. Just as every physical action has an equal and opposite reaction, according to Newton's third law of motion, every moral action is believed to generate a corresponding consequence. In Diyu, the consequences are not always immediate, but they are inevitable. The process of judgment in the 10 courts can be likened to a cosmic audit, where our lives are examined with meticulous detail. Each court focuses on different aspects of our behavior, from our treatment of others to our adherence to moral principles. The judges, with their vast knowledge and unwavering impartiality, are able to see through our deceptions and uncover our true intentions. This process can be seen as a metaphor for the self-reflection and moral introspection that are essential for personal growth. Just as an auditor examines financial records to identify discrepancies and ensure accuracy, the judges of Diyu examine our lives to identify areas where we have fallen short of our moral obligations. The purpose of this examination is not simply to punish us for our transgressions, but to help us learn from our mistakes and become better people. The punishments meted out in Diyu are not arbitrary or vindictive, but rather tailored to the specific nature of our crimes. They are designed to teach us the consequences of our actions and to deter us from repeating them in the future. Consider, for instance, the case of a person who has consistently lied and deceived others throughout their life. In Diyu, they might be subjected to a form of punishment that involves being forced to confront the truth about themselves and the impact of their lies on others. This could involve being placed in a situation where they're constantly exposed to the consequences of their deception, or where they're forced to listen to the stories of those they have harmed. The goal is not simply to inflict pain, but to help them develop a deeper understanding of the importance of honesty and integrity. Similarly, a person who has been cruel and violent might be subjected to a punishment that involves experiencing the pain and suffering they have inflicted on others. This could involve being placed in a situation where they are the victim of violence, or where they're forced to witness the suffering of those they have harmed. Again, the goal is not simply to punish, but to help them develop empathy and compassion. This system of karmic retribution is not simply a matter of reward and punishment, but a process of learning and growth. By experiencing the consequences of our actions, we are given the opportunity to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The 10 Courts of Hell also offer a fascinating glimpse into the moral values and ethical principles of Chinese culture. The specific crimes that are punished in Diyu reflect the cultural priorities and concerns of the society that created this mythology. For example, offenses against filial piety, such as disrespecting one's parents or neglecting one's ancestors, are considered particularly serious crimes in Diyu. This reflects the importance of family and ancestor worship in Chinese culture. Similarly, offenses against social harmony, such as spreading rumors or causing discord, are also heavily punished. This reflects the emphasis on maintaining social order and stability in Chinese society. The 10 Courts of Hell, therefore, can be seen as a moral compass, guiding individuals towards virtuous behavior and deterring them from actions that are harmful to themselves and to others. It serves as a constant reminder that our actions have consequences and that we are ultimately responsible for our own moral development. The imagery of Diyu, with its grotesque demons, fiery tortures, and endless punishments, can be unsettling and even frightening. However, it is important to remember that this imagery is symbolic and metaphorical. It is not meant to be taken literally, but rather as a representation of the psychological and spiritual consequences of our actions. The demons of Diyu, for example, can be seen as personifications of our own inner demons, such as anger, greed, and envy. The tortures of Diyu can be seen as metaphors for the suffering that we inflict upon ourselves and others through our negative thoughts, words, and deeds. By confronting these images, we can gain a deeper understanding of our own inner darkness and learn to overcome it. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a form of psychological shadow work, helping us to integrate the darker aspects of our personality and become more whole and complete individuals. Furthermore, the 10 courts of hell can be seen as a representation of the different stages of psychological and spiritual development. Each court represents a different challenge or obstacle that we must overcome on our journey towards enlightenment. For example, the first court, presided over by King Qingguang, represents the initial confrontation with death and the realization of our own mortality. The second court, presided over by King Chujiang, represents the judgment of our actions and the recognition of our karmic debts. The third court, presided over by King Songdi, represents the purification of our negative emotions and the development of compassion and empathy. By progressing through the 10 courts, we can gradually overcome our limitations and achieve a higher state of consciousness. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a map of the spiritual journey, guiding us towards self-realization and enlightenment. Now, as you continue to relax and let go, let's delve deeper into the concept of reincarnation in the context of Diyu. After enduring the trials and tribulations of the 10 courts, souls are eventually given the opportunity to be reborn into a new life. However, the nature of that life is determined by their karmic record. Those who have accumulated positive karma are reborn into favorable circumstances, such as wealth, health, and happiness. Those who have accumulated negative karma are reborn into unfavorable circumstances, such as poverty, illness, and suffering. The cycle of reincarnation is a continuous process, driven by the law of karma. It is believed that we have lived countless lives in the past, and that we will continue to be reborn until we achieve enlightenment and escape the cycle of suffering. This concept is deeply ingrained in many Eastern religions and philosophies, providing a framework for understanding the meaning of life and the nature of reality. The process of reincarnation is not simply a matter of chance or fate, but rather a direct consequence of our own actions. We are the architects of our own destiny, shaping our future lives through our thoughts, words, and deeds. This understanding can empower us to take responsibility for our lives and to make choices that will lead to a more positive future. By cultivating virtuous qualities such as compassion, generosity, and wisdom, we can accumulate positive karma and create a brighter future for ourselves and for others. The concept of reincarnation also offers a sense of hope and encouragement. It suggests that even if we have made mistakes in the past, we have the opportunity to learn from them and to create a better future for ourselves. Every new life is a chance to start anew, to overcome our limitations, and to achieve our full potential. The Diyu mythology describes the process of reincarnation in vivid detail. After passing through the 10 courts, souls are brought to the wheel of rebirth, where they are given the opportunity to choose their next life. The choices are not always easy, as each life comes with its own set of challenges and opportunities. However, the souls are guided by their karmic record and by the wisdom they have gained from their experiences in Diyu. They are encouraged to choose a life that will allow them to continue their spiritual growth and to fulfill their karmic destiny. The Wheel of Rebirth is a powerful symbol of the cyclical nature of existence and the interconnectedness of all things. It reminds us that we are all part of a larger cosmic process and that our actions have far-reaching consequences. The concept of reincarnation has been explored in countless works of literature, art, and philosophy throughout history. It has inspired artists and writers to create stories that explore the themes of karma, destiny, and the meaning of life. It has also been the subject of scientific research, with some scientists exploring the possibility of past life memories and other evidence of reincarnation. While the scientific evidence for reincarnation is still debated, the concept remains a powerful and enduring one, offering a framework for understanding the mysteries of life and death. Whether you believe in reincarnation literally or not, the concept can be a valuable tool for self-reflection and personal growth. It can encourage us to live more consciously, to make choices that are aligned with our values, and to strive to create a better world for ourselves and for future generations. Now, let's consider the psychological comfort that the Diyu mythology can provide in the face of death. Death is a universal human experience, and it is often accompanied by fear, anxiety, and grief. The Diyu mythology offers a framework for understanding death and the afterlife, providing a sense of order and meaning in the face of the unknown. By depicting the afterlife as a structured and organized realm, with its own set of rules and procedures, the Diyu mythology can help to alleviate some of the fear and uncertainty that surrounds death. It suggests that death is not simply an end, but a transition to another stage of existence. This can be particularly comforting for those who are facing their own mortality or who have lost loved ones. The Diyu mythology also offers a sense of justice and fairness in the afterlife. The 10 courts of hell ensure that all souls are judged according to their deeds, and that those who have committed wrongdoing are held accountable for their actions. This can be particularly comforting for those who have been victims of injustice in this life. It suggests that even if justice is not served in this world, it will ultimately be served in the afterlife. The Diyu mythology also emphasizes the importance of living a virtuous life. By living according to moral principles and by cultivating positive qualities such as compassion, generosity, and wisdom, we can ensure that we will be judged favorably in the afterlife. This can motivate us to live more consciously and to make choices that are aligned with our values. The psychological comfort that the Diyu mythology provides is similar to the comfort that other religious and spiritual beliefs offer in the face of death. Many religions offer a vision of the afterlife that is comforting and reassuring, providing a sense of hope and meaning in the face of mortality. These beliefs can help to alleviate fear, anxiety, and grief, and to provide a sense of peace and acceptance. The Diyu mythology is just one example of how human beings have sought to understand and cope with the mysteries of death throughout history. By exploring these different beliefs and mythologies, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the human capacity for resilience and the enduring search for meaning in the face of mortality. Now, as you drift further into slumber, let's contemplate the artistic representations of Diyu and how they have evolved over time. The imagery of Diyu has been a source of inspiration for artists for centuries, appearing in paintings, sculptures, and other forms of art. These artistic representations offer a visual glimpse into the world of Diyu, depicting the grotesque demons, fiery tortures, and endless punishments that await those who have committed wrongdoing. The earliest artistic representations of Diyu date back to the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 AD, when Buddhist art began to flourish in China. These early depictions were often found in temples and monasteries, serving as visual aids for teaching Buddhist principles. Over time, the artistic representations of Diyu became more elaborate and detailed, reflecting the evolving beliefs and practices of Chinese Buddhism. During the Song Dynasty, 960–1279 AD, artists began to incorporate elements of Taoism and Confucianism into their depictions of Diyu, creating a syncretic blend of religious and philosophical traditions. The Yuan Dynasty, 1279–1368 AD, under Mongol rule, saw a further diversification of Diyu imagery, with influences from Central Asian and Tibetan art. The Ming Dynasty, 1368–1644 AD, witnessed a resurgence of traditional Chinese art, with artists focusing on classical themes and techniques. Diyu imagery during this period became more refined and elegant, reflecting the aesthetic preferences of the Ming court. The Qing Dynasty, 1644–1912 AD, the last imperial dynasty of China, saw a continued evolution of Diyu imagery, with influences from Western art and culture. Artists began to experiment with new techniques and materials, creating innovative and visually stunning depictions of Diyu. Today, the artistic representations of Diyu continue to evolve, with contemporary artists exploring new ways to interpret and reimagine the traditional mythology. These modern interpretations often reflect contemporary social and political concerns, offering a critical perspective on issues such as justice, inequality, and the environment. The artistic representations of Diyu, therefore, are not simply static depictions of a mythical realm, but rather dynamic and evolving expressions of human beliefs, values, and anxieties. The artistic representations of Diyu also serve as a valuable historical record, providing insights into the cultural and religious beliefs of different periods in Chinese history. By studying the imagery of Diyu, we can learn about the moral values, ethical principles, and spiritual practices of the people who created it. The artistic representations of Diyu also reflect the social and political context in which they were created. For example, during periods of social unrest and political instability, the imagery of Diyu often became more intense and grotesque, reflecting the anxieties and fears of the population. Conversely, during periods of peace and prosperity, the imagery of Diyu often became more refined and elegant, reflecting the sense of optimism and well-being. The artistic representations of Diyu can be found in museums and art galleries around the world, offering a glimpse into the rich and complex world of Chinese mythology. These artworks are not simply objects of aesthetic beauty, but rather cultural artifacts that offer a window into the human experience. By studying and appreciating these artworks, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The Diyu mythology, as expressed through its artistic representations, is a testament to the power of human imagination and the enduring search for meaning in the face of mortality. And now, as you're nearly asleep, let's explore the lasting legacy of Diyu in modern Chinese culture. While the traditional beliefs about Diyu may have waned in recent years, the mythology continues to exert a powerful influence on Chinese culture. The imagery of Diyu is still present in popular culture, appearing in movies, television shows, video games, and other forms of entertainment. These modern adaptations often reinterpret the traditional mythology in new and creative ways, reflecting contemporary social and political concerns. The concept of karma, which is central to the Diyu mythology, continues to be a guiding principle for many Chinese people. The belief that our actions have consequences, both in this life and in future lives, motivates many people to live virtuous lives and to strive to create a better world. The Diyu mythology also serves as a moral compass, guiding individuals towards ethical behavior and deterring them from actions that are harmful to themselves and to others. The stories of the 10 courts of hell, with their vivid depictions of punishment and retribution, serve as a cautionary tale, reminding people of the importance of moral responsibility. The Diyu mythology also provides a framework for understanding death and the afterlife, offering a sense of order and meaning in the face of the unknown. While the traditional beliefs about Diyu may not be universally accepted, the mythology continues to offer comfort and reassurance to many Chinese people. The Diyu mythology has also had a significant impact on Chinese art, literature, and philosophy. The imagery of Diyu has inspired countless artists and writers to create works that explore the themes of mortality, karma, and redemption. The philosophical concepts associated with Diyu, such as the impermanence of all things and the interconnectedness of all beings, have influenced the development of Chinese Buddhism and Taoism. The Diyu mythology, therefore, is not simply a collection of ancient beliefs, but rather a living tradition that continues to shape Chinese culture in profound ways. The Diyu mythology also offers valuable lessons for people of all cultures and backgrounds. The emphasis on moral responsibility, the importance of compassion and empathy, and the recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings are universal values that can help to create a more just and sustainable world. By exploring the Diyu mythology, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, and we can be inspired to live more meaningful and fulfilling lives. And as you finally succumb to the gentle embrace of sleep, remember the lessons of Diyu. Live with compassion, act with integrity, and cherish every moment of this precious life. Let's delve a bit deeper into the etymology and evolution of the term Diyu itself. Understanding the origins of the word can offer further insights into the cultural and historical context of this fascinating underworld mythology. The term Diyu is composed of two Chinese characters, meaning earth or ground, and Diyu, meaning prison or jail. Thus, Diyu literally translates to earth prison or ground jail, which aptly describes its conceptualization as an underground realm of punishment. This etymological breakdown highlights the connection between the underworld and the physical world, suggesting that Diyu is not entirely separate from our own reality, but rather an extension or reflection of it. The character itself has a rich history, originally depicting two dogs guarding a prisoner, symbolizing confinement and restriction. This imagery underscores the punitive nature of Diyu, emphasizing the loss of freedom and the suffering endured by those who are confined within its walls. Over time, the character evolved to represent any form of imprisonment or legal confinement, solidifying its association with justice, law, and the consequences of wrongdoing. The choice of this character to describe the underworld highlights the legalistic and bureaucratic nature of Diyu, where souls are judged and punished according to a strict code of conduct. The use of the character D to denote the location of Diyu is also significant. In Chinese cosmology, the earth is often associated with Yin, the feminine principle, representing darkness, passivity, and the hidden aspects of reality. This contrasts with Yang, the masculine principle, which represents light, activity, and the visible world. By placing Diyu beneath the earth, the mythology aligns it with the realm of Yin, suggesting that it is a place of shadows, secrets, and the hidden consequences of our actions. This association also reinforces the idea that Diyu is a realm of transformation, where souls undergo a process of purification and rebirth. The term Diyu itself has undergone various transformations and adaptations throughout Chinese history. In some regions, it is referred to as Difu, which also translates to Earth Mansion or Underworld Government. This term emphasizes the administrative and hierarchical structure of Diyu, highlighting the role of the 10 courts and the various officials who govern the underworld. Other variations of the term include Yin Chao Difu, which translates to shadow government of the underworld, further emphasizing the hidden and mysterious nature of Diyu. These variations reflect the diverse cultural and linguistic influences that have shaped the Diyu mythology over time. The etymology and evolution of the term Diyu provide valuable insights into the cultural and historical context of this fascinating underworld mythology. By understanding the origins of the word and its various transformations, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the rich and complex symbolism of Diyu and its enduring influence on Chinese culture. As you continue to relax and prepare for sleep, let the etymology of Diyu serve as a reminder that even in the darkest of places, there is always the potential for transformation and rebirth. Let us now ponder upon the architectural marvels, or lack thereof, within Diyu. While not typically described with the same grandeur as celestial palaces, the descriptions of Diyu's infrastructure offer a chilling glimpse into a realm designed for punishment and reflection. Imagine towering gates of iron, perpetually guarded by fearsome demons, leading into a labyrinthine network of courts, each more terrifying than the last. The architecture is not intended to inspire awe or beauty, but rather to instill fear and a sense of hopelessness. The materials are often described as being cold, hard, and unforgiving, reflecting the harshness of the punishments meted out within. The layout of Diyu is often described as being hierarchical, with the 10 courts arranged in a specific order, each representing a different stage of judgment and punishment. This hierarchical structure reflects the bureaucratic nature of the underworld, where souls are processed according to a strict set of rules and procedures. The courts themselves are often described as being vast and imposing, with high ceilings and walls adorned with gruesome depictions of torture and suffering. The atmosphere is heavy with the weight of karma and the cries of tormented souls. The Bridge of Helplessness, also known as the bridge where footsteps leave no echo, is a key architectural feature in Diyu. This bridge spans a chasm of swirling darkness, representing the transition from one life to the next. Its slippery surface and lack of echoes symbolize the impermanence of existence and the fading of memories. Crossing the bridge is a harrowing experience, as souls are forced to confront their past actions and the consequences of their choices. The absence of echoes serves as a constant reminder that their former lives are now gone, and that they are entering a new and uncertain realm. Other architectural features of Diyu include the Mirror of Retribution, which reflects the soul's past deeds, revealing their true nature to the judges. There are also various torture chambers, each designed to inflict specific types of pain and suffering. These chambers are equipped with a variety of gruesome instruments, such as saws, knives, and boiling cauldrons. The purpose of these tortures is not simply to inflict pain, but to purify the souls and to help them atone for their sins. The architecture of Diyu, therefore, is not simply a matter of bricks and mortar, but rather a reflection of the moral and spiritual beliefs of the culture that created it. Despite the bleakness and horror of Diyu's architecture, there is also a sense of order and purpose. The courts are meticulously organized, the punishments are carefully calibrated, and the entire system is designed to ensure that justice is served. This sense of order can be seen as a reflection of the Chinese emphasis on social harmony and the importance of maintaining moral order. Even in the underworld, there is a belief that justice must prevail and that wrongdoing must be punished. As you continue to drift off to sleep, let the architectural imagery of Diyu serve as a reminder of the importance of living a virtuous life and the consequences of our actions. Let's shift our focus now to the role of the deities and demons that populate Diyu. These supernatural beings play a crucial role in the administration of the underworld, overseeing the judgment and punishment of souls. The deities are often depicted as being stern and impartial, upholding the laws of karma and ensuring that justice is served. The demons, on the other hand, are often depicted as being cruel and sadistic, delighting in the suffering of the condemned. However, both deities and demons are essential to the functioning of Diyu, each playing a specific role in the process of karmic retribution. The 10 kings of hell are the most important deities in Diyu, each presiding over a different court and responsible for judging the souls that come before them. These kings are often depicted as being wise and compassionate, but also firm and unwavering in their commitment to justice. They are assisted by a retinue of officials and attendants who help them to administer the affairs of their respective courts. The 10 kings are not simply arbitrary rulers, but rather embodiments of the laws of karma and the principles of moral order. They are responsible for ensuring that all souls receive a fair and impartial judgment, and that the punishments are appropriate to their crimes. The demons of Diyu are often depicted as being grotesque and terrifying, with sharp claws, fangs, and horns. They are responsible for carrying out the punishments that are ordered by the 10 kings, inflicting pain and suffering on the condemned. However, the demons are not simply mindless torturers, but rather agents of karmic retribution. They are carrying out the will of the universe, ensuring that those who have committed wrongdoing are held accountable for their actions. The demons also serve as a reminder of the consequences of negative karma, deterring people from engaging in immoral behavior. One particularly notable figure is Judge Bao, or Bao Zheng, a historical figure known for his incorruptibility and fairness. In Diyu mythology, he often serves as a judge in the underworld, continuing his pursuit of justice even after death. His presence underscores the enduring importance of fairness and integrity in Chinese culture, even in the realm of the afterlife. Judge Bao is often depicted with a dark face and a crescent-shaped mark on his forehead, making him easily recognizable. His stories are popular throughout China, and he's often invoked as a symbol of justice and righteousness. Other important figures in Diyu include Meng Pe, the goddess of forgetfulness, who administers a special tea to souls before they are reborn, erasing their memories of their past lives. This ensures that they can start anew without being burdened by the memories of their previous existence. Meng Po is often depicted as an old woman with a gentle smile, offering a cup of tea to weary souls. Her presence represents the compassion and mercy that exists even in the harsh realm of Diyu. She offers a clean slate, a chance to begin again without the baggage of the past. The deities and demons of Diyu are not simply mythological figures, but rather reflections of human values and anxieties. They represent the forces of good and evil, justice and injustice, compassion and cruelty. By exploring these figures, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the complex moral landscape that we navigate in our daily lives. As you continue to relax and prepare for sleep, let the stories of the deities and demons of Diyu serve as a reminder of the importance of choosing good over evil and of striving to live a virtuous life. Now, let's consider the philosophical and religious influences that have shaped the Diyu mythology. Diyu is not simply a product of pure imagination, but rather a synthesis of various philosophical and religious traditions, including Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. These traditions have all contributed to the development of the Diyu mythology, shaping its beliefs, practices, and imagery. Understanding these influences can help us to gain a deeper appreciation for the rich and complex nature of Diyu. Buddhism has had a profound influence on the Diyu mythology, particularly in its emphasis on karma, reincarnation, and the cycle of suffering. The concept of karma, which posits that our actions have consequences both in this life and in future lives, is central to the Diyu mythology. The 10 courts of hell can be seen as a representation of the karmic process, where souls are judged and punished according to their deeds. The Buddhist belief in reincarnation, which holds that we are reborn into new lives based on our karmic record, is also reflected in the Diyu mythology. The Wheel of Rebirth, which is located in Diyu, represents the cyclical nature of existence and the continuous process of birth, death, and rebirth. Taoism has also contributed to the Diyu mythology, particularly in its emphasis on the balance of yin and yang and the importance of living in harmony with nature. The concept of yin and yang, which represents the complementary forces of darkness and light, passivity and activity, is reflected in the Diyu mythology. Diyu is often associated with yin, representing the underworld, the realm of shadows, and the hidden aspects of reality. The Taoist emphasis on living in harmony with nature is also reflected in the Diyu mythology, which suggests that those who disrupt the natural order will be punished in the afterlife. Confucianism has also played a role in shaping the Diyu mythology, particularly in its emphasis on social harmony, filial piety, and the importance of moral conduct. The Confucian emphasis on social harmony is reflected in the Diyu mythology, which suggests that those who disrupt social order will be punished in the afterlife. The Confucian virtue of filial piety, which emphasizes the importance of respecting one's parents and ancestors, is also reflected in the Diyu mythology. Offenses against filial piety are considered particularly serious crimes in Diyu, reflecting the importance of family and ancestor worship in Chinese culture. The Diyu mythology, therefore, is not simply a collection of disparate beliefs, but rather a coherent and integrated system that reflects the diverse philosophical and religious traditions of China. By understanding these influences, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the rich and complex nature of Diyu and its enduring influence on Chinese culture. As you continue to drift off to sleep, let the philosophical and religious influences of Diyu serve as a reminder of the importance of living a balanced and virtuous life, in harmony with ourselves, with others, and with the natural world. Let's consider now some of the more obscure and regional variations of the Diyu mythology. While the 10 courts of hell are the most well-known aspect of Diyu, there are many other beliefs and practices associated with the underworld that vary from region to region. These regional variations offer a glimpse into the diverse cultural landscape of China and the ways in which local traditions have shaped the Diyu mythology. Exploring these variations can help us to gain a more nuanced understanding of the complex and multifaceted nature of Diyu. In some regions, there are believed to be additional courts or levels of hell, each with its own specific punishments and tortures. These additional courts often reflect local concerns and beliefs, such as the punishment of those who pollute the environment or those who engage in corrupt practices. In other regions, there are believed to be different types of demons or spirits that inhabit Diyu, each with its own unique characteristics and powers. These regional variations often reflect local folklore and animistic beliefs. Some regions have their own specific rituals and ceremonies for communicating with the dead or for appeasing the spirits of Diyu. These rituals often involve offerings of food, incense, and paper money, as well as prayers and incantations. The purpose of these rituals is to ensure that the deceased are comfortable in the afterlife and that they do not return to haunt the living. In some regions, there are also special festivals or holidays dedicated to honoring the dead and to remembering their ancestors. One interesting regional variation involves the belief in hungry ghosts, spirits who are unable to find peace in the afterlife due to their unfulfilled desires or their karmic debts. These hungry ghosts are believed to wander the earth, seeking food and attention from the living. In some regions, there are special ceremonies and offerings made to appease these hungry ghosts and to help them find peace. The Hungry Ghost Festival, which is celebrated in many parts of Asia, is dedicated to honoring these spirits and to providing them with sustenance. Another regional variation involves the belief in earth gods, local deities who are responsible for protecting the land and the people who live on it. These earth gods are often associated with Diyu, as they are believed to have the power to influence the fate of souls in the afterlife. In some regions, people make offerings to the earth gods in order to ensure that their ancestors receive favorable treatment in Diyu. The worship of earth gods is an ancient tradition that reflects the close connection between the Chinese people and the land. These regional variations of the Diyu mythology demonstrate the diverse cultural landscape of China and the ways in which local traditions have shaped the beliefs and practices associated with the underworld. By exploring these variations, we can gain a more nuanced understanding of the complex and multifaceted nature of Diyu and its enduring influence on Chinese culture. As you continue to relax and prepare for sleep, let the regional variations of the Diyu mythology serve as a reminder of the rich diversity of human beliefs and the enduring power of the imagination. Let us now turn our attention to the psychological impact of contemplating Diyu. While the graphic imagery and themes of punishment might seem unsettling, engaging with Diyu mythology can, paradoxically, offer a pathway to greater psychological well-being. By confronting the concepts of death, judgment, and karmic consequences, we can gain a deeper appreciation for life, cultivate a stronger sense of moral responsibility, and develop a more profound understanding of ourselves. The act of contemplating mortality, even through a fantastical lens, can be a powerful tool for personal growth and self-discovery. One of the key psychological benefits of contemplating Diyu is that it can help us to overcome our fear of death. Death is a universal human experience, but it is often accompanied by fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. The Diyu mythology offers a framework for understanding death and the afterlife, providing a sense of order and meaning in the face of the unknown. By depicting the afterlife as a structured and organized realm, with its own set of rules and procedures, the Diyu mythology can help to alleviate some of the fear and anxiety that surrounds death. It suggests that death is not simply an end, but a transition to another stage of existence. Contemplating Diyu can also help us to cultivate a stronger sense of moral responsibility. The 10 courts of hell serve as a constant reminder that our actions have consequences, both in this life and in the afterlife. By contemplating the punishments that await those who have committed wrongdoing, we can be motivated to live more virtuous lives and to avoid actions that are harmful to ourselves and to others. The Diyu mythology also emphasizes the importance of compassion, empathy, and forgiveness, qualities that are essential for creating a more just and harmonious world. Furthermore, engaging with Diyu mythology can promote self-reflection and introspection. The mirror of retribution, which reflects the soul's past deeds, serves as a metaphor for the process of self-examination. By contemplating our own actions and motivations, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and identify areas where we need to improve. The Diyu mythology encourages us to take responsibility for our lives and to strive to become better people. The journey through the 10 courts can be seen as a symbolic representation of the journey of self-discovery, where we confront our flaws, acknowledge our mistakes, and strive to become more virtuous individuals. The psychological impact of contemplating Diyu is similar to the effects of other forms of death meditation and contemplation, such as the practice of mindfulness of death. By consciously reflecting on our own mortality, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the preciousness of life and learn to value the time we have. We can also develop a greater sense of detachment from material possessions and worldly concerns, allowing us to focus on what truly matters in life. The Diyu mythology, therefore, can be seen as a form of psychological preparation for death, helping us to face our fears and anxieties and to live more fully in the present moment. As you continue to relax and prepare for sleep, let the contemplation of Diyu serve as a reminder of the importance of living a meaningful and virtuous life. Let it inspire you to cultivate compassion, practice forgiveness, and strive to become the best version of yourself. And may your dreams be filled with peace, acceptance, and a deep appreciation for the gift of life. Let's now turn to the artistic and literary representations of Diyu across different mediums. The chilling tales and vivid imagery of the Chinese underworld have inspired countless artists, writers, and filmmakers to create works that explore the themes of mortality, karma, and redemption. These representations offer a diverse range of interpretations of the Diyu mythology, reflecting the evolving cultural and social context in which they were created. Examining these artistic and literary works can provide a deeper understanding of the enduring appeal of Diyu and its multifaceted symbolism. In traditional Chinese art, Diyu is often depicted in scroll paintings and murals, showcasing the 10 courts of hell with their gruesome tortures and demonic inhabitants. These paintings serve as visual reminders of the consequences of immoral behavior, encouraging viewers to live virtuous lives. The artists often employ vivid colors and intricate details to create a sense of both horror and fascination, drawing viewers into the dark and unsettling world of the underworld. These artistic representations often feature Judge Bao, the incorruptible judge, and other prominent figures from the Diyu mythology, reinforcing their roles as symbols of justice and retribution. In literature, Diyu has been explored in various forms, from classic novels to contemporary short stories. Journey to the West, one of the 4 great classical novels of Chinese literature, features scenes in Diyu, where the Monkey King's son Wukong wreaks havoc and challenges the authority of the underworld. These episodes offer a satirical commentary on the bureaucracy and corruption of both the earthly and the underworld realms. Other literary works delve into the personal experiences of souls as they navigate the 10 courts, exploring their regrets, their hopes, and their struggles for redemption. Modern cinema has also embraced the Diyu mythology, with films and television shows offering a range of interpretations of the Chinese underworld. Some films focus on the horror aspects of Diyu, depicting the gruesome tortures and terrifying demons in graphic detail. Others explore the philosophical and moral implications of the Diyu mythology, examining the concepts of karma, justice, and the meaning of life. These cinematic representations often incorporate special effects and CGI to create visually stunning depictions of the underworld, bringing the fantastical imagery of Diyu to life on the big screen. In contemporary art, Diyu has been reinterpreted in innovative and thought-provoking ways. Artists have created sculptures, installations, and digital art that explore the themes of mortality, karma, and the consequences of our actions. These contemporary works often challenge traditional interpretations of Diyu, offering critical perspectives on issues such as social injustice, environmental degradation, and the impact of technology on human morality. These artistic representations demonstrate the enduring relevance of the Diyu mythology in the modern world, as artists continue to engage with its themes and symbols in new and meaningful ways. The diverse artistic and literary representations of Diyu demonstrate the enduring power of this mythology to capture the human imagination. From traditional paintings to contemporary films, artists and writers have found inspiration in the chilling tales and vivid imagery of the Chinese underworld. By exploring these representations, we can gain a deeper understanding of the multifaceted symbolism of Diyu and its enduring relevance to our understanding of morality, mortality, and the human condition. As you continue to drift off to sleep, let the artistic and literary representations of Diyu inspire you to reflect on the choices you make and the impact you have on the world around you.